right, what's going on, y'all? Today's gonna be a great day. Today's the day I get to start my new training schedule. So I'm itching to get into the gym right now. Over the last 3 months, I've been running the last hybrid training split that I was experimenting with, and that worked out pretty good, but it definitely can be improved upon. So all weekend, essentially I programmed out the new schedule for at least the next 3 months, if not longer, and I think I've got it nailed down. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what that is today. We're getting ready to get into the gym to kick off the first workout of the new schedule, but I've been getting lots of questions asking how I cut my gym tanks, and I just got in quite a few more shirts from BPN. So I'm gonna go ahead and retire this shirt and cut this up and show y'all how I like to cut my gym tanks. I've blown through a ton of shirts and ruined a lot of shirts trying to get this right, and I've gotten, at least how I like to do it. A lot of people will go ahead and just cut this sleeve straight off, and then they don't have a good tank cut down, and then a lot of people also will cut way too low and ruin it. Another mistake a lot of people do is they'll cut all the way up to the collar. You don't want to do that. So essentially how I do it is I place my hand down, and essentially 4 fingers in where my pointer finger is, that's gonna be where I want it cut up top. And then down below, I put my hand down, and essentially where my pointer finger ends, that's where it starts. And all you wanna do is go ahead and do a nice crescent moon. Don't cut straight up, do a very kind of smooth crescent moon, and you'll be good to go. So we'll go ahead and cut this one up. All right, another thing with the frays, you're gonna have some frays when you're cutting this. The best way to not have a lot of frays is hold it tight as you're doing. I didn't do that in the beginning. But a lot of the frays, once you wash it, are gonna smooth out and go away. So don't worry if you've got small frays. Any big frays you have, do what I'm doing right here, to where I'm just going through and kind of cutting the big frays off. And that'll smooth things out for you. But don't worry about just a little bit of frays. So we got one side done, at least mostly done. We'll go ahead and hit the other side. Make sure that you even it out. So if you're using 5 fingers on the way up, make sure to do that the other side. All right, we just got that one done. That wasn't the cleanest job, but like I said, once you go ahead and you wash this, a lot of those frays will go out and it'll kind of smooth out. But that's really how I do it. Just make sure you go ahead and you measure your fingers up top, your fingers on the side, and keep it consistent on both sides. You'll be good to go. But now, time to go ahead and get to the gym and get this first session done. All right, we just got done with that workout. That was a pretty killer workout. It was a great first session for kicking off this new training schedule. One of the big reasons why I'm switching things over from what I've been doing over the last 3 months is the biggest downside to my last training split was, I was able to keep most of my mass. I was able to obviously still be improving on the running side, but the big downside was I was dropping strength way too fast. So the new schedule that I'll talk to you guys about a little bit later is hopefully trying to get some of my strength back and hopefully put on a little bit more size while keeping the running up. But overall that was a great session. Now we're gonna go ahead and get an awesome post-workout meal. It is Austin, Texas, so what we all do, especially all the Austin YouTubers, is we go get tacos. So we're gonna go get some tacos right now, and we'll catch you all there. All right, we're here at Torchy's Tacos. We just got our tacos. This is what I'm working with right here. And Ruth, she's working with these two.
Mine are better.
So I hear all the time in the fitness industry, you'll hear, you can't outwork a bad diet. People are talking about, you can't really be eating dirty or not eating clean and still have abs. For the most part, that's true. That's been true for the majority of the time where, I just lifted. But if you're hybrid and you like to run and lift, you can, for the most part, outwork a bad diet. I'm not here to tell you to go crazy, you know, eating dirty food, not eating clean and all that. But if you're a foodie and you like to, you know, eat good food, but still have abs, go hybrid. You know, run and lift, or, you know, do some endurance sport with lifting, and you'll kind of have the best of both worlds. You won't be able to completely outwork a bad diet, but you'll have a lot more freedom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these tacos down, get back to the house, and we'll talk about this new training schedule. All right, so now let's talk about what this new training schedule is. So if you haven't seen my video I did a few months ago detailing the last training schedule, the last split I've been doing, I'll go ahead and link that up. But essentially what that was 5 runs a week, 3 lifts a week, and it came out to only 2 two-a-days per week. So honestly, if you're a little bit more strapped for time, but you are a serious hybrid athlete, that is a great split. The only really big downside I saw was I had strength decrease, and I went into that split having had my strength pretty high up there. So for most people, that split is going to be perfect. So definitely check that one out up there. On the hybrid spectrum, that was definitely skewed just over the line, more on the endurance side than the strength or physique side. And I'm going to talk about the hybrid spectrum more in future videos, but it's very, very, very important to have an understanding, if you are a hybrid athlete, on what the hybrid spectrum is. This new split I've got flips it to where it's just a tad bit more on the strength or physique side, but volume and intensity on every end is going through the roof with this new schedule that I'm starting with now. So what this new split is day 1, Monday, and I'm gonna keep essentially Monday through Sunday exactly the same. I've done splits in the past where I only have like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, then a rest day, and then it repeats. I don't go off of a day of the week. Now I am. So day 1 is Monday. It's gonna start with push A. So I'm gonna have 2 variations for push, but I'm gonna have push A, and then in the evening have an easy run. Day 2, Tuesday, I'm gonna have pull A, and then in the evening it's going to be a speed work run. Day 3, Wednesday, I'm gonna have leg day, and that's all that's gonna be on that day. That day is gonna be reserved just for hitting my lower body. I'm not gonna get out on the road, at least not most of the time, to do any cardio or anything like that. Day 4, Thursday, is gonna be push B, so the second variation for push, and then it's going to be an easy run. Day 5, Friday, is going to be pull B, and then in the early parts of this training block, it's actually not gonna have a run. It's gonna be a rest from a run. As we move into further stages of this training block, I'll add a run in there. So starting out this training block, I'm gonna have 4 runs per week. Towards the end, I'm gonna have 5 to 6 runs per week. Saturday is going to be a long run, and then Sunday is gonna be a dedicated rest day. So how it looks is I've got 5 lifts, and then starting out, I'll have 4 runs, and then move into 5 to 6 runs. So volume is absolutely going up. I'm ramping up the volume quite a bit on the strength side. Volume is gonna stay about where it's been on the running side. But with this, my whole goal with this is to add some strength back and add a little bit more size back to my frame as we move into the other preps that we've got coming up. But that's the new training split. That's the new training schedule. It's definitely going to take a lot more time. I've got 2-a-days most of the week. I mean, we've got starting out, I've got Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday are 2 days, and then Friday will even become a 2-day. So it'll turn into 4 out of 7 of the days of the week will be actual dedicated 2 days for training. But you know, I'm ready to ramp things up and kind of use this as an experiment to see how this is. That's the whole thing. The last 3 months with the last training split, that was an experiment to see how that would work out. And it does work out really, really, really well. The last split was amazing for most hybrid athletes out there wanting to, you know, conquer a big ultra endurance or even just an endurance event while, you know, meeting some strength or physique goals at the same time. But this one right here, you know, it's ramping everything up. So with that, I'm going to be ramping up calories. I've got to be really, really, really on top of recovery because this is going to be a lot more demanding, but I'm pumped for this new training block and this new training split. So right now I'm going to go ahead. I've got some client work to do, and then I'm going to get out on the road to get this first run of this new training schedule done. So I'll see you guys out there on the road. All right, we're out here. So today's just a short, easy run. to kick off this new training block. So almost all of my easy runs are gonna be zone 2 MAP runs. So 90% of them, I'm gonna be trying to keep my heart rate under 152 beats per minute. Anytime I have a leg day before, so Thursday's run, those will be typically a little bit less. So I'll be trying to keep the heart rate between 140 to 148-ish. And that's just more for recovery and all of that. But it is good to get out on the road after leg day. A lot of people kind of have a misconception that after leg day, you can't run. It's actually good, especially for an endurance athlete. There's a lot of benefits to running on those tired legs. So keep that in mind. Another thing is Murph is coming up in May. And when I did the 4x4x48 a couple weeks ago with the plate carrier on, even though it sucked, I fell in love with it. So I'm gonna be incorporating plate carrier runs as I get further into the training block. I'm probably gonna put those on either Monday or Thursday's run. In some of the shorter long runs, I might do plate carrier as well. But you know, it's gonna be time to get ready for Murph here pretty soon. But I'm gonna go ahead, finish up this run. I'll catch you guys back at the house. All right, just wrapped up that run. That's gonna wrap up the training for today. So today was just, you know, kind of a typical 2-day. It's only gonna get longer from here. The days are only gonna get longer. The workouts are gonna be longer and the runs are absolutely gonna be longer. So now's the time where, you know, my calories are definitely gonna be going up through the roof. So I'll be giving y'all some updated full days of eating come up here soon. I'll absolutely be taking y'all along the ride of the next few months while, you know, I'm trying out this new training split. I've got a really, really good feeling about it. You know, I'm just improving off of the last one. So I think, you know, the results coming from this are gonna be pretty killer. But I'll take y'all along. Definitely drop any comments or questions down below. I love going ahead and connecting with all of y'all, and I get a lot of the kind of video ideas for what y'all wanna see down there. So definitely drop that down below. If you could, definitely go ahead, smash that like button for me, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Be happy, be positive, be powerful. Have a great rest of your day.